Namaste everyone. In the week of Thanksgiving, everybody able to put their personal time to come to the projects of meeting today. I give a warm welcome to this evening for our great speaker, Viktantji. So agenda for today, first 5 to 10 minutes, we'll just give a brief update about the projects of program. Then our chief guest, Viktantji will talk for like 40 to 45 minutes. And there will be a minimum of 30 minutes Q&A we have dedicated. So as authentic seekers, always we have questions there. So let's make today's program as interactive as possible, as much questions as possible there. So you have another hour to think about when the speaker is going to speak, or all the studies that you had so far. Any question, no question is a small question or big questions. Let's make today's sessions as an interactive sessions there. So with that, in 2024, we have few programs that always has been aligned. Let me start with the first program that our Rajesh conducted. Rajesh conducts the Bhagavad Gita program in a weekly Gita program. This year, there were mainly covered about the chapter 10. Chapter 10 was recorded, and then available is completed the chapter 10 this year. Along with this, the unique one, as I'm going to talk about the book in a minute. The book had like around 22 sessions. So those book sessions were really discussed in this online class itself there. So those are all recorded, available. In case if you couldn't able to attend the Rajesh class like in their live Zoom, it is available in the program online to check it out. So you all know probably, how many of you know the chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita that we have Rajesh registered? I hope everyone. Okay, welcome. So I'm going to give a summary update on the second chapter as well. I'll give in a minute of those updates there. So first that the Gita classes is still going on. There are schedules. Please join if you have any new resolution you're thinking about. Pledging again into the Gita, the chapter 10 as well as chapter 11 going to start. Please will follow those messages from starting the new year. Second one is our meditation program. Avanit is one of our meditation teachers. She has completed one course like from January to almost end of April. We had a meditation session every day, Monday through Friday, or Monday to Thursday, all 4 days. It was conducted and concluded there. Around 20 plus participants, they have kind of participated on those programs. And it just again like reinforcing our meditation commitments and like how to practice a meditation part. They have practical sessions from the theory to connect always what is in for you. It's just not like a theoretical knowledge, but how do we every day integrate into our day-to-day life there. It has a program, and we'll publish any of the weekly programs also. I mean, the daily programs, if something getting published in New Year, we will communicate that as well very soon. The third one is the GNS program. How many people are attending GNS programs here? Oh great, there are some hands is going there. So I know a lot of did not probably participate in that. So Gina is our one of your yoga, pranayama plus meditation coach there. We have a class at Sunday 8 a.m. Sunday 8 a.m. It's just 1 hour. It is not like overlapping any of your weekly commitments, but definitely it's an ideal time you have not explored there. So Gina had multiple program, basically 3 we call as a mandala, like a 40 days program, and then we stop and take a reflect on it there. So we had 3 sessions of that. First was a yoga and pranayama, the first 2 sessions. We recently completed about Surya Namaskar of 8 weeks there. So Surya Namaskar was about the basic things. We don't go anything very advanced level, just reinforcing once a week, and then we how much commitments that you have on a daily to practice it. So we are able to enforce. So we completed 3 programs. Again, she is exploring for a new program on the new year. It's about strengthening exercise, meditation, and few options there. It's going to start in January, and that program please follow up. And it's more on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. in this case there. Yeah, with that said, I'm just going to move on a little bit about our books schedule. So we have completed our first book. It is released last year. So this year Rajesh Viktantji is working on the second chapter of this book. It's going to be tentatively scheduled to be released on February, This program is going to happen in Ujjain. Dr. Viktantji will talk more about that program. He is going to invite everybody to come to India to that event. More details will come to follow. Please follow that part. Also, we have recorded all the chanting of the first chapter. Kavalam Shikumar from Kerala, famous speaker, already recorded and has been available there for your chanting listen. If you want to every day listen some of this chanting, please feel to reach out to us. It's already available to our public media for you to practice that part there. And chapter 2 is coming along there. I want to take a few moments to thank our sponsors there. Our one of the books that is going, it's already coming, or whatever coming for another 18th chapter. One of our main first sponsor is the Ratnakar Reddy, who has sponsored all the 18 chapters of the series in the book that has been coming in a few years. Thank you. Thank you for that. A lot more for sponsors. Kiran Nair is one of our sponsors. I'm not sure Kiran Nair is here. Bhonaji, Rohitji, Bharatji, all of them are supporting our books, and all of the heartfelt thanks to them for sponsoring and encouraging our small effort. So what is the project stand for the end of the day? If you look at, there are larger organizations, larger programs there, but people always have a hesitation goes to the larger programs and start, hey, is that yoga program is good for me? Is this Vedantic class is good for me? We are the ABC of that steps initial there. They are able to come. I'm going to give one quick story about there. I'm not sure Madhavi and Monroe is here. I heard this is what from Vijay Reddy kind of give this update there. We all have some medical conditions, health conditions that could have breathing conditions there. This one person had really had a breathing problem, and she doesn't know where to go, what to do, taking a lot of medications, and we don't know about our Indian Vedic cultures and what we practice there. So we reached out to Rohitji and Rajeshji there and asked for help, what we can do. We introduced a simple pranayama, simple exercises, simple practices she started in the beginning there. Within 6 months to a year, all her medication came down almost to 50%. Then she started realizing, okay, there is a lot more to it. She went to Shivananda ashram or a bigger ashram there. So the point there is, we are the initial stepping stone. If you are not sure, come and explore with us. What is this, the scripture studies, what is the meditation, what is the yoga? We have a wide range of programs that we can offer there. So that's the example I want to say. This is just not only theoretical knowledge, but you are able to integrate with your day-to-day life as well as your work, family, everything in this case there. So just want to give a huge thank you for everybody. Right. From here, I'm going to introduce Jyotima. She is our life coach. She is the founder of Gratitude Abundance, humanitarian at heart, and she's practiced the power of gratitude. I welcome Jyotima to introduce Viktantji here.
Thank you so much, Karthikji, and a big round of applause for everyone who is here, because I think all are the chosen one who is sharing this place right now of being together. So I feel very honored and privileged, because I was telling Sanjay, will I be able to do justice and talk about someone who nobody can explain, at least me, who have been doing in this journey from the past 17 years. And learning every day about awakening, ascension, and you meet a person and you know the depth, how much a person has in it, which is coming out every day, every day. It's like an ocean which is distributing the pearl to so many people, and I got to experience it last year when Divine gifted me through Sanjay to attend United Consciousness and see the magnitude, how one person, I will not use the person, one soul who has been chosen, and how much effect and the momentum a person can build for this planet Earth, which we call our Mother Earth, and the work which has been doing. So it is very difficult to talk about Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar, because I think the entire session can go on, and the paper which is being given to me, even his qualification, I think it's not easy. But still, truly humbled to share that he's a chosen one in this current scenario when people are talking about ascension, collective consciousness, united consciousness, oneness, because the world has seen enough of hurt, pain, divisiveness, where people now are so much suffocated that they all want to come together. So this is the time when we can say the new earth, and there are souls who have taken charge to bring people together, and I think one of the chosen one is Dr. Viktantji Tomar, and we are blessed to be in his aura, energy and his company to get and then to pass it on. So this is what for Dr. Viktantji Tomar, but I will read it out in paper what has been written for Dr. Vikrant. Can I? Little bit? Just little bit. Okay? So I'll not go in deep because anybody can Google it. Okay? But to Google him, you have to have an experience with him. Google can help, but to know really about Dr. Viktantji Tomar, we need to spend time with him. So at least some degrees we can talk about. So Dr. Viktantji Tomar's degrees goes like this. He has a PhD, MBA, few of the things which I don't know, MBA till I know, NJMC, MPA, MPhil, DTD, CHR, PGDYEB, BBA, PLRT, CPNLP, MCBT, and Director of University. But Dr. Viktantji, you have to explain also because we don't even know these degrees. See, I used to think like I did my MSc Mathematics, MBA Finance and CFA, so I'm little educated. But trust me, in front of this, I think leaving the other part, you have to help us learn. So I think I'll not take much of a time. It's our privilege and honor to invite Dr. Viktantji Tomar, coming directly from Mahakal, bring his blessing to all of us. Let's welcome, rise and give a very round of applause for Dr. Viktantji Tomar to receive what he has to give it to all of us. Dr. Viktantji Tomar. Little more clapping. I'll not give the microphone. He needs more applause. More. This is new earth, united consciousness, bringing the world together, one humanity, one family. That's the work he's doing. Thank you, Dr. Viktantji.
Namaste, everybody. So, people who already, we, Project Self, is this one family, and you all know that United Consciousness is the initiative of Project Self, and whatever wisdom that is being produced by Project Self, United Consciousness is spreading that wisdom across the planet, so that whatever is being produced here, it is very authentic, like 18 Bhagavad Gita books are being produced. So what United Consciousness is trying to do is to have many initiatives across the planet so that this wisdom of Project Self can be disseminated. Regarding Jyotima ji talked about degrees. Yes, I happen to do many degrees, but the last degree was MA in philosophy, where for the first time I read Upanishads, and then everything changed. I at times feel that after 12th I did 10 degree diplomas total, PhD if you include. If I would have done MA philosophy first, then I would not have studied further ever in my life. It is so fulfilling. So those degrees, even I don't know how much do they matter anymore when you read Upanishads, when you are exposed to Bhagavad Gita, when you are exposed to those Indian philosophies which brings you back to your purpose of life. which deepens your roots. So having done many post-graduations and scored first rank in the university in that, I am telling you that never ever I read anything which is more inspiring than Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and ancient Indian scriptures. Because it keeps you back to your roots. So I trained paramilitary forces of Government of India. So this fellow, this is a senior officer of paramilitary force. He was a commandant. So then he was given chance to do 1-year diploma with IIM Bangalore. So it's a reputed institute in Bangalore if you are aware of it. So this 1-year program is leadership program for public services. This is the name of the program. And this officer stood first in that program. He was the topper of leadership program in one of the most premium institutions of the country. So, and all the people who come in this program, they all are very, very much talented. So he was best of the best. And the moment his 1-year program was over in leadership, he was posted in Chhattisgarh, Bastar. Anybody from Chhattisgarh? Okay. So Bastar. Bastar is the extreme pro-Naxal area of the country. Maximum Naxal operations happens in Chhattisgarh. So just after from IIMs, he directly landed to Bastar. And he said that I joined Bastar, which was a Naxal prone area. Within 3 months, it so happened that an ambush happened on us. Ambush means they were going with their forces and suddenly they were attacked by Naxals. And they were firing from all sides. And he said, I myself was leading the team. Leadership's highest requirement was there at this moment. A small wrong decision, my life and my troops' life will be taken. Our families will be bereft from us. And in no case in life, he said, more leadership can be needed. In whatever situation you can think of. A small mistake of within a fraction of a second, you are no more. Then he took a pause and he said, Dr. Tomar, I can swear on my mother that at that moment when leadership was most needed, what was Elderfer's ERG theory of leadership, which I studied in IIM, what was Maslow's need hierarchy, and what is the need at this moment? What was Henry Fayol's 14 principles of leadership? What was Herschel Blanchard's situational leadership model, in which I scored first rank in the country? He said, I swear on my mother, none of a single model comes to your mind at that moment. Whatever you studied so much, but nothing comes to your mind at that moment when there is a question of life and death. And then I said, then what comes to your mind those moments? When you are exposed with bullets all around, in a second you will be a history. Then he took the deeper breath and he said, I can swear on my mother that me and majority of my battalions, it is Hanumanji that comes to your mind and home. And when he was saying this, he has glitter in his eyes. He said, when you confront death, all theories, they go in vain. All your degrees are useless that moment. Only those ethos with which you are grown can hold you at that moment. When we were a kid, since then we saw our parents bowing down to Hanumanji. We used to go to Hanumanji's temple, and he says that in the most difficult situations, those ethos come and hold us. And no wonder, India being a secular country, and we feel proud of it, but you go and Google the war cries of all army battalions, all squadrons of army. Those war cries are very much related to ancient Indian scriptures like Jai Shivaji, Jai Bhavani, Jai Shri Ram, Hanuman Ji ki Jai. These are war cries. Irrespective of your caste, creed, race, religion, when you go in the battle, this is what they cry, this is what they shout, because this is what inspires them. So I thought to talk about what inspires all of us. Hanumanji. Hanuman word itself means elevated self-respect. Man is respect. Hanu means evolved. Hanuman also means when you get so much evolved that your individual identity merges with the cosmic identity. You become one with the cosmic identity. Then every calculation of life changes. So we are going to play a game. How many of you know Hanuman Chalisa? Okay. Hanuman Chalisa. So I am going to tell you certain incidences, certain prompts I will give. You just need to tell me which chaupai of Hanuman Chalisa is connected with it. Fine? And I have certain gifts for you. The person who will give maximum answers, I will provide that gift and we will have a photograph together. So we are going to have some, so I'm going to give you certain prompts. So Hanumanji is one. Indian scriptures are very much codified. So Sita ji is Shakti, Moola Shakti, Adi Shakti, and Ramji is Sahasrar Chakra. And Mool Chakra Kundalini Mata is Sita ji, and Ramji is Sahasrar Chakra. So in order to raise Kundalini Mata to Sahasrar Chakra, you need to evolve through all 6 chakras. And how do you do it? You do it by pranayama. And Hanumanji is that pranayama. Hanumanji unleashes the potential that we have. So when Sita ji meets Ramji, that is where the Sahasrara chakra opens. And this is what you call liberation, which is what you call mukti. So Hanumanji assures that liberation. So let's begin with it. Hanumanji tells us about the purpose of life. And Hanumanji tells that the purpose of life is Rama. This is what is the purpose of Hanumanji's life also. Can you tell me the doha that connects with it? Where Hanumanji tells that whatever you do, you are governed by that purpose of life. Not bad idea. Can we have an applause for him? Good, good, good. Anybody else? Because there can be more than one correct answer. So Hanuman Chalisa says, yes, quick, anybody? So he got 1 point. Please keep your points ready. How many points you collect? Yes.
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे.
Makes sense. Can we have an applause for him? One more correct answer is left. Tumre bhajan Ram ko paave, janam janam ke dukh mein sahave. True. Hanuman connects you to your purpose of life. And your purpose of life is Rama. I'll talk about it. Wow, Rama is the purpose of life. Anybody else? सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा. We all are governed by that unifying principle called Rama. And what Rama means? Ramanti iti Rama. Ramanti means Raman means inner joy, the flow inside us. So when you feel flow in life, you are more connected with Rama. And when you do not feel flow in life, you are away from Rama. So Rama is the bliss within you. This is what is Rama. What is the purpose of life? Why are you living? Anybody of us? What do we want for our kids? Peace and happiness. It is the only dashboard of life, so Rama is the only dashboard of life. The more happy you are, the more Rama Tattva is higher in you. The less happy you are losing Ram Tattva. The more you are in flow, it means Rama is high in you. The more you are losing flow, it means you are away from Rama. So, first thing is, the purpose of life is what? Satchitananda, eternal peace. It is not today I am getting good results, I am very happy, tomorrow results are not good, I am not happy. Mondays I am not happy, Fridays I am happy. When share market is up, I am happy. When share market is low, I am not happy. When spouse is behaving nice, I am happy. When she or he is critical, I am not happy. When boss is nice, I am happy. When boss is critical, I am not happy. This is not what Rama is. Rama means I am happy irrespective of person, place or thing. Whatever happens in life, I will remain happy. That ability is Rama. So first, number one, we should all remember the purpose of life. And purpose of life is, that's why in India when person dies, we say, Ram Naam Satya Hai. What does that mean? This person throughout his life wandered around thinking to feel happy, but finally he couldn't find happiness anywhere. Finally, one has to realize that only Rama, the inner peace and happiness, is the truth. आप अगर आज अभी इस वक्त यहाँ खुश नहीं हैं, तो आप कभी कहीं किसी वक्त खुश नहीं रहने वाले हैं. Rama is a state of mind, and Hanuman brings it. This is number one. Now, how to gain that state of mind when there are two paths towards it? One path is the righteous path. Another path is the path of prayer. Prayer means what you like. Do what you like. If you don't like to get up early in the morning, don't get up. If you like to eat lots of calories, eat. So one thing, a path of what you like, and another path is what is right. Tell me the doha. Two paths. It is connected. Your mind has two inclinations. Let me give you a hint. Your mati has two directions. उल्टा बोले आप, ठीक है, पॉइंट सही है. कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, पर पूरा बोलना पड़ेगी चौपाई. क्या है वो? एनीबडी? बहुत अच्छा, excellent, बहुत अच्छा. Round of applause for them. So there are two paths in life. One is path of Shreya, another is path of prayer. Shreya means what is right, and prayer means what feels good. So Swami Vivekananda says, if you can merge both of the paths in one path, it is the biggest victory in life. If you will enjoy Shreya, then life becomes good. People ask Virat Kohli, he enjoys that hard work he is doing. Ask Elon Musk, he enjoys what he is doing. All those great people who walk on the planet, they enjoy their work. For others, it may be suffering, that hardships and all. No, go and ask them. They are so happy doing it. So what happened is, their good and right merged into what is right. and they enjoy that. So the moment you enjoy what is right, life goes in flow. Now I am giving you 30 seconds to think. What marks would you like to give to yourself? How much do you enjoy what is right? Whether about eating, about health, about relationship, about everywhere, how much do you enjoy what is right? What percentage would you like to give to yourself? It is waking up in life, it is your career, your professions, wherever what you are doing, how much overlay do you see that you do what is right? Give yourself percentage. Raise your hand. One finger means 20%, 2, 40, 60, 80, 100%. How much overlap you see in your life? You do what is right, come what may. It doesn't matter what you feel good, but if it is not right, you won't do it. Go ahead. Yes, raise your hands. Perfect.
Danish, what is that?
You may like to make this also being politically correct. It depends. Actually, if you would like to be politically correct, then that also can be perfect. So this is the second. So one is the purpose of life. Two is Kumati or Sumati. And when you follow the path of Sumati, then life becomes flow. Now three. Three are the virtues in life. How you follow the path of Sumati. For that this three is needed. Three virtues. First is strength. On purpose I am speaking in English. Because if I'll speak in Hindi, you will immediately get it. Strength. Second is intelligence. Third is enlightenment. Excellent. बल बुद्धि विद्या देहि. पूरी लाइन बोलना पड़ेगा. मेरे मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Give me bala, strength, buddhi, intelligence, and vidya, direction. There are many people who have bal and buddhi both. They have strength and intelligence, but they lose direction. And this is what you call corruption. What is corruption? You come through big exams, you write big exams, you are a very intelligent person. Nobody can doubt your intelligence. You are very intelligent. You have buddhi. You have bala. You have strength to walk over it. What your mind says, your body follows. You have that strength. But the problem lies in you use bala and buddhi in the wrong direction. And this is the fundamental difference between Osama and Obama. The direction. It's only about direction. Where are you using your bal and buddhi? If you are using your bal and buddhi in the right direction, you will be one of the greatest president of one of the greatest country of the world. But when you use the same bal and buddhi in wrong direction, you will be one of the evil person of the world. Most evil person. So where are you using your bal and buddhi? And that is called vidya. Where are you using it? How many of you know at least one person in your life who was equally talented as you are, equally competent as you are, but not doing that much good in life as you are doing today, holistically? How many of you know even at least one person in your school, college? Think of him. He was equally talented as you are right now. At that time maybe. Equally talented, equally hardworking. But today when you see, you are doing better than him. Do you know at least one person? How many of you know? Can you raise your hands? Perfect. So, I think 80-90% of us know one person at least. And the rest of others also know, but they need to think. So,
it means we know some people who were equally talented and competent, but today they are not doing that well. It means they also did hard work. Their parents also worshipped for them. So when hardworking, they were equally hardworking and they had blessings from parents also. Then what is left? Why they are not doing that work? What do you think? They worked hard. Their parents also prayed for them like they prayed for us. What is left? Yes. Divine grace. They were not chosen. They were not chosen. Period. Thousands of people work on gas stations. Not everybody becomes Dhirubhai Ambani. Do they? Thousands of people are born in South Africa. Everybody becomes Elon Musk. Do they? So the point is, they are chosen. No other reason. Equal hard work. Parents also requested. इतना बहुत जरूरी है. If I am given more than what I need, what am I doing for that? About it. That is Vidya. Choosing right direction. Look, Rama learned Vedas. He was prolifically good in Vedas. Ravana also learned Vedas. But where they missed is Vidya. Vidya is something that differentiates between Ravana and Rama. No difference. Ravana took the same knowledge to dominate others. Rama took the same knowledge to dominate the animal within. So Ravana tried to dominate others by the same knowledge, and Rama dominated his own Pashvik Pravatti, animal instinct, by the same wisdom. And see, so life is a choice. Whether your house will be Lanka or Ayodhya depends on Vidya. Fine. So Lanka is mental south and Ayodhya is mental north. And what differentiates? Vidya. So it is the Vidya that comes from scriptures that help us to get Sumati, and Sumati help us to reach to purpose of life, that is permanent peace and happiness. With me? Perfect. Now, again threefold qualities. One is right direction. Second is being skillful. And third is being sharp. Tell me the chopai. One is being enlightened about the right direction, having the knowledge. Second is about having skills, and third is being sharp enough to use those skills. Tell me the verse. Quick. Not bad. Being clever, huh? Nice. Can we have an applaud for it? Vidyavan guni atu chatur, Ram kaj karve ko atur. So where should you use your Vidya? Where should you use your skills? Where should you use your cleverness? In some higher purpose in life. I was reading this Elon Musk. He sold his Zip2 company, I think, for $300 million. Enough money, I think, to live a proper life here. Then he sold this another company, PayPal, for $180 million. Again, enough to live life. Why the hell he wants to go to space? He doesn't need to go to space. But he felt that it is a higher purpose to work for. He used his Vidya, his guna, skillfulness, and being clever to use that Vidya for a higher purpose. When he launched this company called Tesla, BMW And Toyota said, Tesla can never come into mass production. It is a daydream. BMW said that it will never succeed. And today, BMW, Toyota, Ford, General Motors, together if you club, Tesla is doing greater than all of them. So where do you utilize your vidya really makes the quality of life. Where do you focus? What is your focus? Like for example, you are attending this session, there is a lot of noise there. Now it's a choice. What do you like to focus? That or this? Signal or sound? It's a choice. And then how do you define what is signal and choice? That is also important. Yes? So, like some food fragrance, and that is also coming, samosas and all. So what is your choice? So where are you using your intelligence? This is another number 3. Hanumanji teaches us. He said, Ram kaaj karve ko aato. Do things which will make you more happy in life. Don't live anybody else's dream. Like Steve Jobs said. Keep peace, permanent peace and happiness, your guiding life in your life. Never compromise it. Make it a parameter in life. If taking 2 promotions is going to take away all your peace and happiness, don't take it. It's not worth it. Again, next question. Next 3 points. Which teaches us work-life balancing. Now tell me the chopai. Work-life balancing. Tell me the chopai, quick. You all know it, huh?
Taking a while, yes.
Yep.
मन कर्म वचन तो
ठीक है, आपने प्रयास किया, applaud. When you try, you have 50% chances of being wrong. But when you don't try, you are 100% wrong. What else? A chopai that teaches us work-life balancing of Hanuman Chalisa. Quick. You all know it. Okay, let me give you some clues. You should behave appropriately as per the situation. You should know in front of whom, how should you behave. You should know how should you behave in front of your mata. You should know how should you behave in front of those people who are crooked. I'm giving you hints. Excellent. Sukshma roop dhari siyahi dikhawa. Vikat roop dhari lanka jalawa. Bhim roop dhari asur sahare. Par Ramachandra ke kaaj sawar. You should know where you should become a sukshma. Small. I know general of one of the forces of government of India, 4-star general. So that general has 2 daughters, and he is a very strict taskmaster. I'm not taking his name. Very strict taskmaster. People remain afraid of him. When he comes for an inspection, everybody holds their breath. That much command he has. Very popular. So on my invitation, he came to Ujjain because he wanted his daughters to get married. So I said there is a temple in Ujjain called Chintaman Ganesh. So you come and tell Ganesh ji that I want daughters to be married at right place, and let Ganesh ji take care of it. So he liked the idea. So he came. And when he came along with whole family, both of the 2 daughters and wife. It was very strange scene. So lots of police people also came just for protocol when the general came. And I saw one of his daughters said, Papa, come here. And suddenly Papa came. Right? Papa, sit. Papa sat. And then another daughter, no Papa, you get up, you sit there. Papa went and sat there. Papa, do this, Papa. And that general was doing whatever daughters were saying. And I was amazed. Sukshma. रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा. Person whom you love the most deserves your best behavior. You can't call somebody a soulmate and treat him or her like doormat. Your best behavior has to be to the person whom you love the most. Hanumanji is sure to be very small in front of Mata Sita. And when Mata Sita said, "Who are you?" what he replied? Ram Doot mein maat jaane. I have no identity separate. I have no personal identity. My identity is my purpose of life. Imagine when your purpose becomes your identity, you live forever. Because people that may die, person may die, purpose lives perpetually. Live for a purpose big enough which will boil your blood. Project self is a purpose. We all will complete our role play in this incarnation and we'll go. But project self as a purpose will live forever. And that is why Rajesh ji is writing so many books. We are temporary, but wisdom will remain. People who will walk on these paths after us, they will have less hurdles. They will have more accurate knowledge. So, purpose. Ram Doot mein maat jaane. My only recognition, my only definition, my only introduction is the purpose I represent. When your life becomes a purpose, purposeful life. Research says people who have higher purpose in life, Michigan University research, Google you'll get it. People who have a higher purpose in life, they fall less sick. There are less chances they'll go in depression. They have greater bounce back. They have higher immunity. They have better immune system if they have a purpose. As a parents, if you can help your kids to identify their purpose of life, nothing else left. Ram Doot mein maat jaane. I have no personal introduction. So, Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyahi Dikhava. You should be Sukshma in front of the people whom you love. But Vikat Roop Dhari Lanka Jala. What is Lanka? Heights of materialism. Lanka, Sone ki Lanka. Whatever you could think of. All villas you can think in Hollywood. Lanka is greater than that. But Vikat Rupa Dhari Lanka Jalava, it means, Vikat means greater, big. When these material things are taken away from you, you lose in share market. You had high hopes of promotion this year, nothing worked. You wanted your kids to do this, they are doing that. Your all material plans are failing. Now this is a time you should have a Vikat Rupa. All material things are subject to decay. This is what Buddha said as his last words. What was the last words of Buddha? He said, all material things are subject to decay, strive diligently. Remember it. Material things will go in material. Don't bother about it. But for that you need a Vikat Rupa, a greater personality you need. And third, Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sahare. The moment Asur will come around you, don't leave them. Spiritualism is not dullness, it is dynamism. Pushpa, fire. So, these saints, they put that Bhagwa. Bhagwa is the color of fire. It is Nachiketa Agni that is going on them, in them. So the point is, Bhima Rupa Dhari Asur Sahare. If you find a dharma outside, Bhima Rupa Dhari. But the moment you find beloved outside, Turant Sukshma ho jayenge. Do you have that emotional intelligence? Do you have that ability to leave your office in office when you come to home? You are at all a different person when you come to home. Nobody can recognize you When you are in front of your daughters like their general, you became general in front of the daughters. And you became general in front of your subordinates. So your route you should be able to change. Hanumanji teaches us work-life balancing.
What do you do when you are working from home, sir?
So I would like to would like to listen your question once again. Then I will conclude this talk even so that we'll have more questions. Yes, go ahead.
So I have been working from home, sir, since 2010. I'm on the government side. The government realized how much money they are saving. So I said, you all stay home. So work is home is work.
Excellent.
So, and the people who are close are the ones who are suffering. Because obviously work is not going to go smooth.
Excellent. So,
They could get mad. And that is-
thank you. It's a very, very, very valid question. Now, when the boundaries of work and life are dotted with this advent of post-COVID effect. So, I'm a traveler. You meet so many people. So, I can bucket them. I find many people who are suffering because they remain with the family all the time. Right? It is also a kind of suffering. I meet many people, they are suffering because they remain away from the family all the time. And I really wish both of them to meet each other. I really wanted them to meet each other so that they realize suffering is everywhere and suffering is nowhere. It depends on your sumati or the mati that you have. Can you answer your question? I think when the boundaries are dotted, it is a greater opportunity to check our skills of emotional intelligence. How? This additional Chief Secretary of Government of India, I went to his office for some conversation. So we were talking to each other. And suddenly somebody's call came. He looked at the phone, very senior IAS, looked at the phone and with eyes broad, he picked the phone and started shouting at the top of his voice. And shouting that you call me for small works, I'm your subordinate or you are my subordinate, don't waste your time, you're good for nothing, why government has hired you, I don't understand, blah, 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 he shouted. And then he put down the phone. So his steno, the typist, he had typed something. He had brought for his observation. So he was confused, now should I give him or not? He was like volcano eruption. And then he looked at that fellow. He said, what? He said, sir, you asked for this text document. He said, give it to me. And the moment he saw it, he said, it's very nice. I really liked it. Very good. Very proper use of words where excellent is to be written. You have written excellent, and another place you have written exemplary. Very nice. You are from which school? Oh, very nice. Acha, that school. And who taught you English? And he was very smiling, talking to him. And suddenly, that fellow again called. I really wish to meet that fellow also. He called again. And this fellow picked the call once again. And the moment he saw the call, again the eyes broad, Bhimarup. Again he started shouting कि मैं तुम्हें किस भाषा में समझाऊं? Don't call me, don't bother me, blah 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 blah. Kept shouting, put the phone, and again said, so I was telling you, you come from which school? Who taught you? I was amazed at his ability to switch roles from Sukshma Rupa to Bhima Rupa to Virat Rupa, and suddenly he shifts it. This ability shows that we have evolved in consciousness. So lucky are those people who get this opportunity to check themselves throughout the day. So utilize this as an opportunity. जिसका गुस्सा केवल उस पर, और गुस्सा होता क्या? गुस्से का मतलब ही है हम किसी दूसरे की गलती की सजा खुद को देते हैं. We make ourselves suffer for others' mistake. This is what is anger, is it not? Yes. So take it as an opportunity. Count how many times I assured that appropriate emotions proportionate to circumstances. Make sense? Have I answered it? Anybody else? Any other question about whatever we discussed so far? कोई क्वेश्चन ना होने के 3 मतलब होते हैं. एक सब समझ में आ गया, दूसरा कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, और तीसरा खाने का समय हो गया.
No, fourth also.
Fourth.
You kept us into deep thinking. We are
ओके
born-
ओके
We are
यस,
born-
ये भी हो सकता है कि अभी आप ट्रांजिशन में हो सकते हैं. एनीबडी, एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Viktantji, how can we apply Hanuman Chalisa in day-to-day living?
That's a very good question. Anything that cannot be applied in day-to-day living is useless. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Because when you don't apply in day-to-day living, actually you are doing double blunder. Bigger loss to the humanity. You are doing bigger loss to the scriptures you are reading also. Because one loss is you are wasting your time. You are not living what you are studying. And second is, you are reading Ramcharitmanas all the day and you are misbehaving the person who are staying in the same roof. Then that person will also lose all the respect for Ramcharitmanas also. Person doesn't have any respect for you for sure. But person will lose respect for Ramcharitmanas also. Because that's why it is very much needed. How can we apply it in life? Adi Shankaracharya replied, Shravanam. Listen to the commentaries, the meaning of Hanuman Chalisa carefully. When you do Shravanam, don't raise doubts. It is pure reception. Just receive. Just receive. Second is Mananam. Now contemplate and see, compare your behavior with the model behavior depicted in Hanuman Chalisa and make observations, areas of improvement. Pick 1 or 2 areas of improvement. And third is Nididhyasana. At every moment of truth, start living it. Initially what will happen is, on 10 moments of truth, you will be able to live only once. But gradually, on 10 you will be able to live twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. That thing will increase. So it is very much important that we contemplate upon it. Generally people receive but they don't contemplate. That's why behavioral change doesn't come. And some people who contemplate, they don't live it. So let's receive, contemplate, live it. Continue the cycle. Observe it. Then you'll find the change will start. And one good method is, ask yourself, whosoever you are devotee of, Krishna, Rama, Hanumanji, in a given situation, ask yourself, had Hanumanji been in this position, how would he would have behaved? Look, Hanumanji is all powerful. I haven't found a single reference that Hanumanji was so much angry that he took an inappropriate decision or judgment. He always assured to be in limits. He always assured. When he met Mata Sita there, he told Mataji, Hanumanji's mother asked, you are that powerful. Hanumanji's mother was upset with Hanumanji that you went to all the way to Lanka. You met Mata Sita. You should have brought her. Fine. Hanumanji and his mother was upset. You would have done some more seva of Bhagwan to brought Sita ji. What Hanumanji replied?
That was not the Adesh.
He said, I didn't bring her because I was not told for it. It means in spite of that enormous power, he has that mental balance. As they say, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. No, it is wrong. When corrupt people get power, they get corrupt absolutely. But when honest people get power, they utilize power in right direction. So Hanumanji has power, but he has buddhi to use it also appropriately. So have I answered you? Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, please.
You told about the light and the right. So when there's a fight between right and right, how do you take the right?
Excellent question. When there is a fight between light and right, then how do we deal with it? The answer is love. When you love your purpose of life, this fight will become less. You are ready to even give away your life like Bhagat Singh if you are absolutely driven with your purpose of life. You are ready to die, provided the purpose of life should be very clear. But when the purpose of life is not clear, then this confusion comes. Look, mind is like students in a class, and purpose is like headmaster. So when headmaster is not there, student keeps shouting whole class. Class becomes noisy when teacher is not there. Mind has so many thoughts, do this. But the moment teacher comes and stands, pin drop silence. The teacher is purpose. Identify a purpose which will drive you. You will have no confusion. The more confusion means the less clarity about the purpose. The more clarity, the less confusion. There are some purpose of life which somebody has given us, which others have, that's why I have. They won't inspire you. When you have that purpose of life, nobody will ever have to wake you up in the morning. You won't be able to sleep even. You won't be able to sleep. That drives you. I was yesterday only was telling in that class, I love what I do. I live for it. I don't need anything out of it because the journey itself is so beautiful. That destination is not required. If it comes, great. Doesn't come, not needed. Throughout, means I have been traveling. And yesterday we went to Albany, we came late in night. I couldn't prepare for the session. So I put alarm that I'll get up at 3 a.m. and prepare the session for Ramcharitmanas. I was up at 2:55. I couldn't sleep. When I closed my eyes, I dreamt of Ramcharitmanas. And rarely it will happen that alarm will wake you up. You will be already up. It means you are driven. And wherever you are driven, you will be up. Makes sense? Yes. Have I answered you? Anybody else? And no noise disturbs. So one of my friends, so we were in Hyderabad. So he was recently got engaged. It's a 10 years old story. So recently they got engaged in Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad, in that, anybody from Hyderabad? Okay, so that Nizam Sagar Lake, so there are boats, rides, and the dance happens there, loud music is there in that. So we wanted to give both of them space. But there was no space in that whole boat, that ship. Only 2 chairs were empty. What were those chairs? Just in front of that loudspeaker. This was 6 feet loudspeaker, and nobody chose to sit in front of the loudspeaker. And there was no place at all to sit. So we all friends were standing. But they also wanted space, and the only space possible was that. So they both sat. And they continued talking for 1 hour. 1 hour, and we were laughing at them. And when I asked him, you know which song was being played? None of them could tell us which song was being played. Because when you love enough, noises never get registered. It's the signal you focus. You have that ability. If noises are disturbing you, purpose of life is shivering. It's not clean. So whatever, if noises are disturbing you, it means something has to be fixed about it. Make sense? Yes, anybody else?
So Viktantji, an extension is talking about how to get into the process of fixing it. Because we always deviate, right? I mean, every time we want to focus on something and we need to do it for a week and we distract.
Very good
So how
question.
to bring up that?
Very high quality, HD question, high definition. 4 things are must to remain rooted. Because even if I decide purpose of life, at times the ups and downs of life takes me away. The first is we should always have a mentor or a master in life. Guru position system, GPS, brings you back, brings you back, brings you back. A must. Master is must. Second, scriptures. Scriptures always point towards north. Wherever you will start reading, even for the first line will start indicating towards north. Pole star. They will show towards pole star wherever you are in your life. Scriptures reorient you. Read scriptures very well. Third, satsanga. Be in the company of driven people. I recently I was in NDA, National Defense Academy, Khadagwasa. Oh my God. Oh my God. What an environment. I have traveled across the length and breadth of our mighty nation, India. I must tell you, I have never seen a greater, better, disciplined environment ever in my life than National Defense Academy, Khadagwasa. Why it happens? Imagine how many of you are working in corporates. Recently, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, HR head was telling us that they have arabs of budgets, 1,000 crores plus budgets for HR training. 1,000 crore training of budget for training. So I asked them, what is your purpose of training? Generally, what do you spend this 1,000 crore rupees in? So he said, look, the bottom line is making people work for 8 hours. Yeah, this is what the budget is for. To make people work for 8 hours, Tata Group will spend 1,000 crore rupees. And National Defense Academy will prepare people for dying for the country, leave alone 8 hours work. How does it happen? Satsanga. If anybody of you have seen NDA, NDA has 18 squadrons. When you go 18 buildings, fine. Imagine you as a young 12th student cleared NDA. So you will be allotted a squadron. What will actually happen to you? How satsanga works. So what happens is, you are shaved and then you go to that squadron. Your immediate senior will take you to the squadron. Every squadron at the ground floor has a hall of fame, a big hall, where all the awards, all the medals the squadron got in last 100 years are displayed. Then senior tell to that new fresh recruit, see, our squadron has given 3 Paramveer Chakras to this country, 10 Mahavir Chakras, and they will narrate the stories of valor. And they say that highest number of Mahavir Chakras our squadron has given. They say that in our history of 100 years, there is not a single post where our squadron was deployed and we could leave the post. Either we will die or we will win, nothing in between. And they are said, there are no runner-ups in war. It's not corporate job. There are no runner-ups in war. You win or you die. And we win. You better win. And now, it is your turn. Imagine when they say finally, now it's your turn. You realize this, that I am not an individual. I am a part of 100 years of legacy. Suddenly something changes. A different mindset works. How? No teachers involved, let me tell you. Not a single professor does it.
It is being done by the senior students. Satsanga. So like every week class is a satsanga. Be in the company of the driven people. Automatically you will understand how do they think. Because those driven people do in those micro moments something which we fail to do. They don't do great things. They do in those micro moments. Those small decisions will make them different from others. And fourth, meditate. Meditate means self-talk. Do it daily. How much? Equal to your age. If you are 40 years, 40 minutes meditate. Why I am doing it? What is my purpose of life? Ask yourself daily. If today is the last day of my life, what would I like to do? Because anybody can die any moment. Like this. It will rearrange your will. Have I answered?
Viktantji, just elaborating on your first point about finding a guru. In today's modern society, how do you find a guru?
Very good.
And do you find a guru or does the guru find you?
Excellent question. I think all the questions are high definition questions, and we must congratulate Rajesh ji that the batch is very mature. Look. So I have a neighbor. So neighbor wanted his son to meet me. So his son came to meet me. He was thinking of preparing for UPSCs, Union Public Service Commission. Then he said, Uncle, I have lots of doubts. I said, okay, fine. Tell me your doubt number one. He said, I am thinking, should I take IAS or should I take IPS? I said, you take IAS or IPS? You won't take, they will take you or not. Is it? You don't take. They will take you or not. The question is this. It's not your choice. You don't choose Guru. Guru chooses you. Be eligible. Increase your eligibility. When you increase your eligibility, suddenly Guru will choose you. Narendra made himself eligible to be chosen by Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Guru waits for the right student. More than student need Guru, Guru needs student. You read that conversation between Paramahansa and Narendra. The first glance Narendra and Ramakrishna Paramahansa said, what took you so many years, Narendra? I have been waiting for you. So, and then Guru gives everything. But we need to be prepared. So, how to choose right Guru? I will reframe the question. How to assure that I should be chosen by the right Guru? The answer is, increase your eligibility. Look, the combination of Guru and student is very crucial. Imagine, Guru is immaculate and student is dumb. It's a त्रास है वो फिर गुरु के लिए. उसको हर सेशन के बाद पिल लेनी पड़ेगी. Fine. Take the other way around. Student is amazing and Guru is poor. Such a wastage of time. Third option, both are poor. उस संस्था को भी बदनाम करेंगे. One option is excellent Guru. Kathopanishad says, Yama says, Guru should be Ashcharyavakta. Very competent Guru. And student should be Kushalalabdha, very much skilled student. And then things go in a different direction. So, Guru will be Ashcharyavakta or not is not in my control. I can be Kushalalabdha. I can be a skillful student. For that, read scriptures. Satsanga. Meditate. You will have greater questions. And then you will enter. Suddenly you will meet a person who will choose you. Have I answered? I and them will keep on going, Sanjay ji, till you stop us. Are you?
So my question is, does the end justify the means? And the reason I asked that was you brought a couple of times along the space. example. So Allah is a very polarizing personality. So he has done certain
Excellent,
things.
excellent.
He has done it.
Very nice.
Reached his purpose, but the means he has chosen is not
Very nice.
everybody.
Look, I will rephrase the question. He said, does the end justify the means, as Machiavelli said? That end will justify all the means. Because I took lots of example of Elon Musk. Look, everybody has many good things and many things which are not good. Choose from Elon Musk something which is good in it. But I will never suggest Elon Musk to be a role model to how to sleep. He suffers from insomnia. He can't sleep. I will not choose example of Elon Musk on how to behave balanced behavior. I wouldn't model Elon Musk for that. But I will certainly model him in hard working. I will certainly would like to take him as model in being driven for a purpose. Why? So the point is, I took his example in a very specific context, but it does not mean that he can be role models in everything. If somebody can be role model in all walks of life, that means the person is an avatara. That person is Hanuman. You can role model, make him role model in all walks of life. But for you being human, every human has certain areas where you should make him role model, but in other areas he is not okay. So the answer is no, and will not justify the means. Even means has to be purified in order to reach the right means, right ends. Buddha beautifully said, when you walk on the right path, only two things can happen at the max. Either you reach the destination or you cannot reach the destination. But you will never find yourself at the wrong place if you're walking on the right path. So choosing right path is equally important. Have I answered you? Rather, I would like to thank you because probably giving his examples might have given an impression that I support all his ideologies. No, I'm not saying that. In that only specific context. Thank you. Yes, anybody?
Not so much a question, Viktantji, but a request. If you could talk a little bit about your spiritual growth.
So, rather, in my family, none of the person read scriptures. They follow rituals, but not scriptures they read. When I was doing my graduation, I had huge interest in ancient Indian history, particularly that Vedic history. And I purchased many Amar Chitra Kathas on Vedic history. And one of the fond memories I still have is those Rajan and those Yagna, which is those stories of Amar Chitra Kathas. But it was just an interest. When I was doing my MBA, there was a book in our library. That book was written by a professor of IIM Bangalore, and that book was on Indian ethos and modern management kind of. I got that book issued in my first semester. I kept it throughout the first semester. I did not submit it back. Throughout the second semester, I did not submit it back. Throughout the third semester, I did not submit it back. Throughout the fourth semester, I did not submit it back. And I left the college and I did not submit it back. So I paid fine. I said the book is lost. I did two things. I never submitted it back throughout my MBA and I never read it also. For 2 years I never read it. But I don't know what was there in that book. I knew, means I felt that connect with that book without reading it. So as if something is there which, I don't know. So then I kept doing these civil services preparation, all those stuff. And then when I did MA in philosophy, then for the first time I was exposed to scriptures. Scriptures had
all those answers for which I had questions. Questions were coming from, I was 10 years old when my father met with an accident and he left his body. So there were 3 successive deaths. So when my father died, so I was extremely emotionally dependent on him like any son would be. Then at 10 years old, I was very much vulnerable. Then we started staying with our maternal grandfather, Nanaji. So when the postmortem report of my father's accident, my Nanaji was reading, he had an heart attack. So next year he also died. And then one more death. So these 3 successive deaths left so many questions in mind and I had no answers. That is it what is purpose of life? Means you grow up, and I repeat this many times because this is what was in me for years. That you take birth, you grow up, you write an exam, you get selected, you be an officer, you find a girl or boy, get married, having kids, earn money, have 4 farmhouses, 2 cars, some millions in your bank account, and suddenly a news will come, you are no more. There has to be more to life. But what more? If not this, then what? No answers. But when I did an MA philosophy, and interestingly, I scored first rank in university in MBA, Master of Journalism and Mass Communication, Masters in Public Administration. In Masters in Public Administration, I got first rank in 2 universities. I studied first year in this university, second year in that university, in both of the universities. In MBA, I was first rank in the university and second rank holder was 100 marks behind. It means if I would have left a paper, I would have still topped. But in MA in philosophy, I did not get first rank in university. Because for the first time, it never matters how much marks you get. First time, the journey became more beautiful than the destination. So when the journey becomes beautiful, know you are on the right path. Journey is beautiful. Have I answered you?
While on the journey, we find that many times it's the people that we love the most are the ones we are hurting the most, because you are pushed by the direction, right? And you feel this is the just path and just go in that direction. But then the world is not pulling along. You feel like you're going against the grain. And usually it's our closest family that we are hurting. Then there is a conflict in our mind. So how do we continue?
Very good
How
question.
to get over it?
Very good question. When we walk on this journey, generally this journey is journey of isolation, because you need to contemplate, you need to reflect, you need to deepen your understanding about things. For that you need time. And you will start behaving differently in the situation. Then people will feel strange. Like for example, you have a hot talk with somebody, and that person has had a migraine afterwards. And after 5 minutes, you're reading books smiling. So that person will have double migraine seeing you happy. That look, that person will certainly call you selfish of first order. But it is good for him also to see you evolving. He may not call you are evolving. He will call you are selfish. Right? But when you continue on this journey, then the vibrations will reach to them also. It at times take a decade for them to realize that this was the right path. So you continue on the right path with all the compassion, without any expectation that they will understand immediately, because as you are on your journey, even they are on their own journey. They are not matured enough right now. If the person is your spouse, it does not mean the maturity level will be equal. That person may be baby soul and you are a mature soul. Fine. So Nietzsche, a famous Western philosopher, said, ripeness is all. When a fruit is ripe, the moment you touch it will fall. But when it is not ripe enough, you have to force it. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mandanna vichalayet. People, mand means slow. People who are slow in this journey of spirituality, don't disturb them. They will go through their own process. And you also don't get disturbed. What feeling we should have for them? Compassion. It's just like this. If you are saying, if a kid comes to you of maybe 5 years age and says, Auntie, 2 plus 2 equals to 5. Will you be angry on that? Will you be upset? What you will feel? He's a kid. Fine, you will smile at him. You won't take it as challenge because you know it's a baby soul. So what you feel is compassion. I remember I was driving in Ujjain. So there was a small boy driving tricycle. So he was driving on the wrong side. And he brought the tricycle just in front of my car. And sat like this. What to do? I had to take reverse. And then I had to change my path. Would you be angry on that boy? You smile. You love that boy all the more. Because right now his level of maturity is that only. In spite of being on the wrong path, he feels he is right. That's okay. The feeling should be love and compassion. Have I answered? Okay.
You said about having a higher goal, right? And every that you have projects here. How do you kind of go about trying to like find a higher goal? Like, I mean,
experimenting with it. Something which does not. So if you are on that path of the higher goal, there are 5 features. You will know whether you are on that path or not. 1, time passes unnoticed. Last time you saw a watch and next time you saw 3 hours went. 2nd, you forget about your own existence when you are in that. 3rd, when you do it, you feel physically tired but mentally you remain fresh. 4th, the journey is so beautiful that you don't bother about the results. These are some features which tells you that you are walking on your purpose. How do you know about it? Scriptures, Guru, Satsanga and meditation. Have I answered? Yes.
You just talked about that the student has to be of a certain level or a caliber before Guru holds the hand and take further on. Now today, to be on the right path and to get to that point, there is explosion. Like you see all kind of philosophies, all kind of things. How do you make sure you are just following the right path so that you meet the right Guru on that path? Because I'm just
very good question. Excellent.
My simple one thing. Say for example, like Buddhism, they say there is no supreme creator by design. I'm part of, like I followed Arya Samaj for a good part of my life. And they say without knowing that God, there is no path. So how do you...
So, Yamraj replied Nachiketa in Kathopanishad, chapter 2, Valli 3. He said, if you are on the right path, then there will be 2 things which will happen for sure. If these 2 things are not happening, path is wrong. Forget about it. Forget about all the philosophies, all the scriptures, all the masters, everything concluded. If these 2 things are not happening, the path is not correct. Whatever path you have taken. First, your circle, your sphere of love should expand. If your sphere of love is not expanding, you are not on the right path. Me versus them, this caste versus that caste, this versus that. Your sphere of love should expand to many, to thousands, to millions, to billions, to across species, across existence. This is first feature. Second, your sphere of fear should shrink. You should become more fearless. Any scripture, any religion, any path, if it is not making you fearless, it means you're not on the right path. Bhakti makes you fearless. Krishna says, Ma bhakta na pranashyati. Mere bhakton ka kabhi nash nahi hota. So when you walk on the right path, fear will go down, love will go up. If it is happening, whatever path you have taken, whosoever is the God, whosoever is the master, the path is correct. Have I answered you? Thank you. It comes from Kathopanishad. Yamraj answered this to Nachiketa.
So just to extend that with a question, Viktantji, all these paths need not be mutually exclusive. They could be complementary, is that right? You could make progress in one particular path without regressing in another.
So nicely he said. These all paths leads to the same point. So the moment, like for example, you see the path is different. When you are climbing Mount Everest, there are many paths to climb. But the moment you have climbed over there, from there you can see all the paths. And then you see the dots. When the view is complete, then all the point of view merges into it. Point of views matter till the view is not complete. So people who has complete view, they don't bother about the point of views. Because as far as that path is leading to thee, all is perfect. Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. Truth is one. Wise people talk about it in variety of ways. And that's why we have Shata Darshana in our scriptures. 6 ways of looking at the same truth. And that's why Sanatan remains forever. Because we are flexible. We said that's okay. You believe in God with a body, that's perfectly fine. It's good. We also believe in a God with a body. So we accepted Christianity. Judaism came and said, no, it's not right. God is fire. We said, yes, you are absolutely right. God is fire. Agni Devta. We said, Rigved starts with the first verse in Agni. You are absolutely right. We embrace. Islam came, he said, no, God cannot be seen. We said, yes, Nirguna Brahma, so beautiful thing you said. Please come and sit next to me. How will you fight with such a person? Such a philosophy. Buddha said, Atma doesn't exist. We said, you are our avatar. Whatever you say is fine. So, the point is, when you read and go deeper, you will find they all are saying the same thing, but they are making it more contextual. Look whom Buddha addressed and whom Jesus addressed, but different people. Jesus addressed to fishermen. Buddha addressed to kings. So there will be some tweaking needed as per the audience. But whatever they said, they tweaked it a little in the situation. But when you read deeper, you will gaze he's saying the same thing. No much difference. Have I answered?
We'll take last 2 questions. Venkat, you wanted to ask? Go ahead.
I think probably partly you answered, sir. But one thing that's been going on in my mind is पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ की खोज में ना हर स्टेज के लाइफ में पहले 20 साल में कुछ और होता था, फिर मम्मी पापा को देखना है, फिर बिजनेस में सक्सेस होना है, कॉर्पोरेट. आफ्टर ऑल दिस नाउ the question is, when do you know that it is the right purpose? First thing is I got a lot of metrics to check myself. अगर 2-3 चीज में खुशी मिलती है और उसमें आप बहुत अच्छे हो, that you can add value to the society, can you just make that your purpose? Because the question, the answer is right. Do you find your purpose, or you just make what you're good at your purpose?
generally what you are good at remains on the path of your purpose. It will happen. It automatically becomes you. It is who you are actually. Purpose and person becomes one. Regarding if you are feeling happy, if that happiness is lasting, never converts into sorrow, then it's an indication it is the highest purpose. But if happiness is dependent, Shivji is Swambhu. What does Swambhu means? Self-steered. It means I do not depend. Who is Shiv? Swambhu hai. Swambhu matlab self-steered. Anybody who does not depend on any person, place and thing for remaining happy, it means no factors to it. It means howsoever you behave will not determine what I will feel. Howsoever share market behave, howsoever life behaves, howsoever for that matter even body behaves. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, he used to cry when body used to pain, and he used to laugh when pain is not there. Because pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. Yes. So the happiness should last.
Since we are talking about scriptures, can you please name 3 or 4 of your favorite books that you recommend to all of us?
So, of the scriptures, I think I love Bhagavad Gita the most. It's an amazing scripture. Hanuman Chalisa. In fact, I'm teaching only those scriptures which I love the most. Hanuman Chalisa is very empowering. Bhagavad Gita is very empowering. And I would like to suggest on Ishopnishad, Kenopnishad, Kathopanishad. These are very empowering scriptures. They change the way you look at the life. But if you want behavioral improvement, then Yoga Sutra is also very good too. Patanjali Yoga Sutra. In that particularly Raj Yoga portion. That's why Swami Vivekananda, we were discussing Rajesh and me the other day, that Swami Vivekananda, such a grand master, chose not to do commentary on any of the scriptures other than Yoga Sutra. So he found the value in Yoga Sutra. He did a complete commentary on Raj Yoga. So these are the scriptures. Though Adi Shankara said 3 scriptures we should read. One is Upanishads, second is Gita, and third is Brahma Sutra, Prasthantra. But if you will ask my pick, I haven't gone through Brahma Sutra, but I think Upanishads and Gita, Hanuman Chalisa and Yoga Sutra.
If we are starting the journey,
if you are beginning, then go for Vedanta first. The basics of Vedanta, if you understand Hindi, there is a complete series on 23 sessions on Vedanta. If you ask the sequence, first Vedanta, 23 session series is already there in YouTube. It is in Hindi. After Vedanta, then you will be better able to understand Bhagavad Gita. After Gita and Vedanta, then you may like to go for Yoga Sutra. But directly going to Yoga Sutra will be a little bit challenging. But it doesn't mean you can't go. It depends on ability to absorb.
Ranji, was this the Upanishad Katha that you mentioned, the series on YouTube?
Yes. So finally, I would like to invite all of you to Ujjain on 14th, 15th and 16th of February 2025. Project Self Global Convention is happening in Ujjain. People from 22 countries are coming. All of them are bringing water from their rivers. All that water will be collected together, and with the water of 22 countries, 21 countries, we will do Jalabhishek of Bhagwan Mahakal, and from Garbhagraha of Bhagwan Mahakal, we will give a message to the world that the water of the world is one, blood that flows in all of us is one, and the consciousness of us all is also one. So the theme of this program is establishing culture of peace through united consciousness. We also will visit 2 Jyotirlingams during those days, Mahakaleshwar and Omkareshwar. So out of 12, 2 will be covered in 4 days itself. I very strongly recommend you all to come to Ujjain during that time. If for some reasons you cannot come physically, I recommend very strongly you should attend the program online. Satsanga is very important. Masters from all parts of the world will come there. Attend the program online. It's our program. We are the host of it. Fine? And on your table there are 2 QR codes. First QR code talks about if you would like to attend the online. You scan it, you can directly attend. It will take you to the page where you can register yourself to attend online. Second QR code if you want to come in person and attend it.